Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a sample beat using Ableton. There's a little bit of switch up because I usually use my MPC Live 3, my MPC Live 2 to do cookups. A lot of you guys have been asking, if I can show my workflow in Ableton. I'm going to be using the MPK Mini. You can use any MIDI controller, but yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright, so we're in Ableton right now. I got a couple samples loaded up. First, let's start, with the MPC. I usually start with the drums. So let's start with these drums right here. It's from one of the Butcha drum kits from Drum Broker. I'll make sure to leave that link down below for you guys. But this is the drums I'm going to be using for this beat. So it's just that right there. So, what I've been doing with this, to chop up samples, I try to emulate the workflow on the MPC Live 3 because I just personally like it. So what I usually do is I go to Simpler right here. And the next thing I do is I actually use this Max for Live plugin. So you don't have to use this. I like using this because it enables the lazy chop, like how you can do on the MPC Live 3 and the MPC Live, just the MPC Live 3 software. You will need to get Ableton Suite for this because this is a Max for Live plugin. So, and I'll show you really quick where you can grab this too. So this is the website right here. You'll need Ableton Live Suite for this. That's the only downside, but I mean, you're literally just doing the lazy chop. I'll make sure to leave this link down below if you guys use Ableton Suite and if you want this live plugin. So pretty much how you use this, I made a folder in my computer just with this plugin into it. So I'm gonna drag this right here, and I'm not gonna enable the pad slicing now, or not right away, but I want to drag these drums into here. So I forgot to say, I'm using Simpler from Ableton. So I'm using the Simpler plugin. I'm dragging it down here. Then I'm dragging the Max for Live plugin right here. Then I'm dragging the sample. I'm going to go to Slice. And I'm going to switch this Slice by Transient. And I'm going to go to Manual. And I'm going to make sure that the first slice is, like, this starting point is the first slice. And pretty much all we're going to be doing is enabling this pad slice. And again, I'm using the MPK Mini. I'm going to be slicing these with just the pads on top. I'm not going to be using the keyboards because I'm only going to be using a couple slices. So you enable the pad slicing, and then you make sure to start from there, and then you just literally start hitting the keys, or the pad, so like this. So it starts slicing those up, and all you have to do, if you want to adjust this, you can keep hitting the pad and bring it in like this. Same with this. Just keep going down. Gonna keep slicing it, make sure everything's good. There's probably a way where you can make these, like you can adjust your MIDI knobs and all that stuff on the keyboard or the pad, but for right now, honestly, this is fine. All I really need for a MIDI controller is just pads on it or keys, and then I can just do this manually with my mouse and everything. I'm so used to it. So I adjusted everything, and now I'm gonna disable this, and now we have these chops. And now right here, like on the MPC Live 3, I usually bring this transpose down. So now we can start recording. So I'm going to bring the tempo down right here. Let's do like 76. So I just need to find. I actually might use this part right here. So I want something real simple. I might just even use these 4 pads right here. I might just record that in. So before you start recording stuff in, I know in the menu, I have this full screen right now. So I'm going to do that. I just press F11 to exit full screen. I'm going to go to record right here and then record quantization. It's off right now and I'm just going to enable it for, let's see. I'm just going to do 8th note quantization. So pretty much when I start recording, it will quantize it like how it does in the MPC Live 3. So what I usually do, I'm on this screen right here for Ableton. I'm going to click this record button right here. I'm just going to start recording to the metronome. I'm going to make sure the metronome's on right here. We can start recording. And in Ableton, there's a way to loop it, like how you can have that workflow with the MPC, but for right now, I'm just gonna use these clips right here, and record it like that. I'm just gonna bring this in. So now if I play it, so this part, let me play it back. I'm gonna, let's edit this part. There's something I'm not liking with this part. Let's see. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So we got the drums right here. And pretty much for the sample, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna just press right here. Right here it's playing, but when you pause it, if you press play, the clip's gonna keep playing. So I'm just gonna press this stop right here. So this is the sample. Shout out to Tayside. Again, his dope samples. I'll make sure to leave his link down below if you want to check out his YouTube channel. But let's play this sample. Super dope sample. So I'm gonna chop this up a little bit. We're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna stop this clip. I'm gonna grab this sampler, drag it over, and I'm gonna drag over this Max for Live plugin. And I'm gonna drag down. I'm gonna drag this sample. I'm just gonna click the sampler right here, drag this over. Now we have this in the sampler. I'm gonna go to splice, change this to manual. I'm gonna see how I want to slice this, so I'm just gonna play it really quick. So I might slice it in 1/8 instead of 1/16. So let's slice it in 1/8 and see how it sounds like. So I'm gonna enable pad slicing. I'm gonna just start slicing. So when to enable, I didn't really mention this, but once you press the pad slicing on this, I'm just gonna hit the first pad, and then it's gonna start, like it's gonna start the first pad, and then you can start slicing from the other pad. So I just want to keep this simple. I'm just gonna make 8 slices for this. So I'm gonna start adjusting. And how I'm zooming in, I'm just like, I'm holding left click and then I'm scrolling, or I'm either swiping my mouse down or up. Swiping your mouse down will zoom in and swiping it up will zoom out of it. So this, I'm bringing it. And let me stop it. So this last slice right here, I'm gonna press it. It's gonna keep playing. So what you want to do is just drag this end player right here and drag it in. And I'm just gonna drag it right here because this is where the clip, this is where I want it to end right here. So now I have these slices. Actually do this so you guys can see. So now I have those slices. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. So let's play this with the drums. So I'm just gonna start playing the drums. Down a little bit. So I need to find a little rhythm right now. So that first slice, so let's do that. That right there. I'm gonna slow this down even a little bit more. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slow this. Let's make the tempo faster. So I kind of have an idea, so I want, so let's record that part in first. So I'm gonna hit this and it's gonna count down 1 bar, I believe, before it starts recording. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna count down 1 bar before I record. If you want to switch it up, there's a metronome right here. Click this. And then the drop down will be here, and then you can change the counting right here. So if you want none, click that. If you want 2 bars, you can change it to that. But let's record this part in. stop that. Now recorded this part. So I like that. I might add another clip right here, which is really cool with Ableton. So with the new MPC Live 3, the Matrix clip launcher is pretty much like the Ableton workflow, which honestly I prefer. If you've been watching my videos with the MPC Live 3, I like the workflow that I use right now, but for this, like on Ableton, it just makes sense using this workflow. I just been using Ableton for so long, and this is how I usually come up with uh, examples and stuff. And I'll show you why I use it like this, because the arrangement in Ableton is just 10 times better. Like any DAW, arranging a beat is 10 times better. But what I'm gonna do, I want to keep this pattern, but I might add like. So let's record this in. So once I hit this, it's gonna record a new clip, but I'm still gonna hear these drums right here. So I'm gonna hit this. So I like that. So let's play this back. And what I like doing, just to say like, hey, this one's different from this clip, just right click it, change the color up. So this one's just a baby blue. So let's play it. So you could start switching. What I like doing is playing this, and then I'm like, okay, I want this to switch to this sequence right here. I'll show you this pattern. So I'll do. And then right here, I'm switching it. So I like this. Honestly, this is pretty much it right here. So what I'm going to do now is just make some adjustments. So with the sample itself, I don't really need a bass because it has a bass in it that I like. So I'm going to go to the audio effects. I'm going to go, let's do the EQ8. And all I'm going to really be doing is lifting up the bass a little bit in the sample. So I'm going to solo this, or actually I'm going to play it with the drums. So I'm just going to adjust the low end, and you'll see what I'm doing from here. So that is the drum. So let me actually put that. This is the sample right here. So I'm just gonna, you can just hold and drag and bring it onto this next track. And now it's on the sample track right here. So now let's adjust the bass for this. And I'm just adjusting the volume a little bit. One little tip, like if you're bringing this down, it's a little fast, hold shift. It's gonna be a little bit slower. You can get better adjustments this way. So I like how this sounds. You don't have to do this. Honestly, I think with this beat, this doesn't need this extra part, but this is, if you want to get more of a tape sound, what I've been doing is going to, I've been using this plugin. This isn't a free plugin. You have to buy it, but there's this really cool one. Let me see. Where is it at? Where is it at? It's cassette. SketchCassette. Honestly, this is probably my favorite plugin if you're trying to get that warmth, the tape warmth and everything. There's RC20, which I have. I prefer this. Just has a better sound to me. So I'll bring this right here. So I'll play the beat. I'm putting this on the master track. So if I play this beat, go through these. I'm gonna go through some presets so you can kind of hear what it sounds like. Ooh, this one sounds. I like this one. I'm gonna bring down the hiss. So let's hear what it sounds like. You hear that flutter, so you could just start messing with this too. So I'll start messing with this to show you how it sounds. This is probably my favorite VST, just overall, that I'm using just for a little extra sound and gives a little bit of taste to the beat, you know what I mean? So it sounds really good. So this is with it off. This is with it on. It sounds really good. So I'm going to keep it on right here. So the beat's pretty much done, but what I like doing, again, I'm going to show you how I lay it out and everything too, how I arrange it. This is the easiest, so much easier than the MPC Live, I'm going to be honest. So what I like doing, so these are pretty much the grooves I'm going to be using, or the clips. So it's going to be just the sample, or just the drums right here, and then the 2 sample patterns. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to hold shift, click this clip right here. And then I'm going to hold this so I can have these clips. I'm going to press tab on my keyboard and make sure that each clip is on the same track. Like you'll tell, because the yellow clip is on the yellow track and the brown's on that one. So you just drop it right here. And now you see, like, if you play it, it's playing the clips right here. I just press tab to go back. But what you want to do is press this right here, and that's going to play everything that's on this timeline. And I'm just going to drag this clip right here so it's playing the full clip. So now if I play it, so what I want to do, I want to pretty much have this to be 8 bars, this whole thing. So all you need to do is hold shift, click the top one, control D, and that's going to duplicate it. So honestly, I could just keep doing this. That's the beat right there. That's the arrangement, if you want to keep it that simple. And you can see how long the beat is. So this is around 3 minutes 10 seconds. But what I want to do, I'm just going to hit Control Z to undo everything. I pretty much want to alternate these patterns. So this one, I'm going to do this, or I could do that, it's fine. So this pattern's going to be 8 bars, and I'm going to do the same thing with this. So I'm going to hold shift, select everything, press tab, and I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to make this 8 bars again. So now it just like has some variation to the beat. So now if I play, I'll just play it from like right here. So right here, what I can do, which is cool too. So I want to cut the drums off a little bit. So I'm going to click this right here so I can expand the track. I'm going to expand both of these. So pretty much I want to start cutting the drums off like at the end of each bar or whatever right here. So I'm going to hold shift, click where I want it to cut off at. So I'm doing that. Or you could just highlight. You can just highlight this part. You don't even have to hold shift. I usually just hold shift because it's easier. And then I'm going to press Control E. That's going to cut it out. And I'm just going to delete this. And pretty much I do that just around the speed. So I'll do the same thing here. I'll delete this part out. I'll delete this part out right here. And I'll do the same thing right here. So now if I play it, and that's pretty much the beat. Like all I'm gonna do is just loop this. So I'm gonna select this clip, hold shift, and make sure to click this bottom one too so everything's highlighted, and just hit Control D. Just hold Control and hit D. And just keep doing that. And that's maybe one more time so it's a little bit longer. And that's the beat right there. If you want to keep it simple, this I'm just showing you a very simple way. You can go really in depth with this to adding effects and automation. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Because again, this is the first tutorial that I'm kind of showing you how to make a sample beat in Ableton. If you guys want more of this, I'm down to switch it up week to week, like add more MPC Live 3 stuff and add some of this, but just let me know. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. Let me know if you like this content. Again, I'll keep making this if you're interested. I'll make sure to leave all those links down below. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.